Fortune's Progeny, The Ascent. Episode 4, The Rival Shadow and the True Cost. The steady rhythm of Trent's avalanche was disrupted by a quarterly review that arrived in the vault like a cold splash of water. Anya's face appeared on the secure video feed, her background a sleek, unfamiliar city skyline.
First quarterly review.
She began, her voice all business, stripped of any sisterly warmth.
You have completed Foundation Step 1 and initiated the avalanche with one successful elimination. Satisfactory pace.
Trent nodded, waiting for the other shoe to drop. It always did in this family.
Your test sum has returned 2.3% in its first quarter, a steady market tracking performance.
She paused, letting the silence hang.
Your cousin, Felicity Ashford, raised in Minneapolis, has achieved a 17% return on her test capital.
Trent's stomach clenched. 17%. The number was a physical blow.
She identified a niche in the semiconductor supply chain and took a concentrated position in a small-cap ETF. It was a high-risk, high-conviction play. It paid off.
Anya explained, her tone carefully neutral.
The trustees are intrigued.
The word intrigued was a dagger. Steady and boring was being outshone. The quiet confidence he'd built in his index fund suddenly felt like cowardice dressed up as patience.
Do not alter your strategy in panic.
Anya warned, her gaze sharpening through the screen.
That is the quickest path to failure. But understand, the assessment is not purely mechanical. It judges insight, conviction, and the ability to manage risk, not just avoid it. You must learn to discern between a prudent opportunity and a reckless moonshot. That discernment is what separates a steward from an index fund.
The call ended. The silence in his apartment was heavy, oppressive. Felicity's 17% glowed in his mind like a taunt. When Silas arrived, Trent was ready. The quarterly report pulled up on his screen.
Felicity is up 17%. I'm tracking the index. She's intriguing the trustees. My strategy feels cowardly.
Silas didn't glance at the screen. He looked directly at Trent, his gaze unwavering.
And if Felicity's niche bet collapses next quarter, losing 30%, what will the trustees call her then?
Trent had no answer.
Reckless. They will call her reckless. 1 quarter is a data point. 1 year is a trend. Your mandate is to demonstrate stewardship over a full market cycle. The real test for Felicity is not her gain, it is her loss. Can she hold? Will she panic sell? Or will she double down on a sinking ship? You have not been tested yet. You will be.
He pointed to the investment log, still sitting on the coffee table.
Your next entry. Write this. Felicity's win is not my loss. My race is against my own plan, not her headline. I will not let a rival's temporary victory blow me off my path.
Trent wrote the words. They felt like laying ballast in a storm, heavy and stabilizing.
Now, the more immediate concern.
Silas continued.
Your friend Leo, his opportunities are a distraction. You must manage this relationship. It is a soft skill as vital as reading a balance sheet.
That weekend, when Leo brought up another can't-miss crypto tip, Trent was prepared.
Leo, I appreciate you thinking of me. Seriously. But my mentor's rule is absolute. No outside investments for this first year. It's a discipline thing. I have to show I can follow the system before I can deviate. So I'm gonna have to sit all these out. But tell me about the app. How's it going?
He deflected with genuine interest, steering the conversation away from his own portfolio. Leo, slightly deflated but not offended, launched into the struggles of the app's development. Trent listened, realizing his friend's relentless zeal was as much about hope and connection as it was about financial insight. He had defended his perimeter, but he hadn't lost the friendship. The strain of the parallel pressures, the relentless avalanche, the stewardship log, the specter of Felicity's success began to manifest in other areas. He canceled his third weekend plan with Maya, citing a major client deadline. Her reply was a simple, cool text. Understood. Talk next week. The silence that followed was heavier than any argument. At work, his manager, Claire, called him into her office. Her tone was concerned, not critical.
Trent, your output is still solid, but the spark is gone. The creative suggestions in meetings, the casual chats by the coffee machine. You've become a ghost. You clock out at 5:02 p.m. on the dot. Is everything okay? Burnout is real in this industry.
He gave the rehearsed line about a demanding personal project. Claire nodded, unconvinced.
Just remember, we hire whole people. You can't just be a spreadsheet. Don't let this project cost you your relationships here.
That evening, exhausted and hollow, despite the progress in his numbers, he opened the encrypted vault on an impulse and typed a message to Anya. It wasn't a report. It was a confession.
The foundation steps demand total focus, but that focus is costing me my girlfriend, my friendships, my reputation at work. Is the price of the empire becoming a ghost?
Her reply came faster than usual.
A pertinent question. The price is not becoming a ghost. The price is learning to integrate, not isolate. You are in the intensive phase. It is meant to be uncomfortable. But if you sacrifice every good thing on the altar of the goal, you will inherit an empire with no one to share it with and no soul to enjoy it. The system is a tool for freedom, not a prison. Find the balance. This, too, is part of the test.
Balance. The word felt foreign, a luxury he couldn't afford. He looked at his calendar, a solid wall of work and side hustle slots. He found one empty window, Thursday evening. He texted Maya, disguising an apology as an invitation.
I have been a ghost. My project is important, but so are you. Can I buy you coffee Thursday? Just 45 minutes. I'll be fully present. I promise.
The 3 dots appeared, a small eternity. Then her reply.
7 p.m. The place with the sourdough brownies.
It was a small opening, a first tentative attempt at integration. He opened the stewardship log and added a new heading he'd never considered before: relational capital. Entry: sacrificed connection for efficiency. Cost is higher than projected. Must allocate time and attention with same intention as money. Scheduled a 45-minute investment. The return on this, I suspect, cannot be logged on any spreadsheet.